Stanley, Stanley, Stanley. Kitty, kitty, meow, meow. All right, ready, set. Hi, kitty, kitty. My fierce house tiger. Come on up here. Kitty, 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 kitty. Hello, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. It's Stanley's right here. Kitty, kitty, meow, meow. I wonder where my computer bag is. It has a webcam in it. Kitty, kitty, kitty. He's starting to get fist budgety. Today was a good day. It's been a pretty good day so far. Luna was the last of the 4 to get her dental done today. I don't know how many teeth they pulled out. On the sheet, on the breakdown, on the itemized list, it said, under quantity, it said 15. But when I asked the vet tech, I'm like, it says 15. He's like, oh, no, that was the quantity. That's how long it took to pull her teeth. So maybe 1 or 2. But she's the one that is, like, I don't know if she's the oldest, but she's so sensitive to the anesthesia. I don't like when people or animals get put under. Because sometimes you just don't get the same version that went to sleep. I've seen it before. Anesthesia, it's an iffy thing. It's a very tricky thing. So, anyway, or sometimes when people are out, they get like freaking negative attachments, stuck on their soul sack. And they come out of it, and then all of a sudden they're like inclined to smoke after never being a smoker. Just stuff like that happens all the time, but people are like, that doesn't happen. Yeah, it absolutely does. Excuse me. I would like to take a moment to thank Ariel1234. He did one of those videos where he went through his sub list, and I first became acquainted with him through a man named Dennis Eagleston, and so I started watching his videos a while ago, and I could see his evolution. I could see it. He's a Virgo sun and a Libra rising, I think he said, in Magali's chat today. I hope she feels better soon. She doesn't really seem like she's in a really good mood. I hope she feels better. So I've been like that. I went through like that for months, man. I'm just like, ugh. But my circumstances were a little bit different. Anyway, I want to thank him for sharing me and the nice things that he said about my tiny tube, And a pretty cool thing happened today. See, because I have an idea of how I'd like to see things. Now, whether that pans out or not, whatever, but everybody's got a dream, right? I think that kind of, it's kind of what happened. Is like, people are so in the vibrational frequency of fear that it's just like, everything that they've ever thought of that is like horrific, they're thinking about it because they're just scared all the time. Like, wouldn't it be scary if this happened? Wouldn't it be? And people gotta watch that stuff, man, because you make that stuff happen. I've seen it. For 47 years, I've seen it. It's trippy and it's weird. So, one of the things I'd like to do is, I like to meet a lot of different people from all over the place. And evidently, where I landed, a lot of people like to come here. And I listen to Ann Ortley and Amanda Poole Walsh. They get together about on a weekly basis, barring, I think they missed a week or so, maybe, because I think Ann had the Rona. So anyway, I was listening to their take on this next week. And they're all the readers say the same thing. Some of them focus on things a little bit different, little different planetary alignments and stuff, but energy's energy. And it's just kind of neat to see how these people interpret it. Because I have my own interpretation, because, I like to think about get into the psychology of the potentials of the energy, because, the world is the way it is because of what we've been doing to get what we got. So, anyway, one thing I'd like to meet people from all over the place, and it was just kind of a very cool thing, because it was like, well, I can't travel a lot because not in the position to leave mom for any extended period of time. So maybe if these cool people started coming here, you know, I put that out there not too long ago, and I'm going to put it out there again because it's new moon in Taurus, and that's the time to, you know, plan out the potential energies for the next few weeks. So, at the very end of it, they were talking about how they were going to do a talk on Sunday this next week or something, and that Amanda was going to be doing some traveling because she lives in, hi baby girl, she lives in Arizona. I mean, not Arizona, Hawaii. I'm sorry, I'm distracted because Luna's coming out and I'm trying to see how she is. Hi, baby girl. You did eat. You feel all the better. They took off her jagged tooth. They took out her pointy tooth. Good girl, pretty lady. Hit that hydration station. Good girl. Get a drink. Good girl. She's out of it. And now Stan Lee's chiming in. Anyway, so, she let people know that she's going to be traveling this week, and she's going to some place she's never been to before, and that's New Mexico. And Ann said, well, what part? Where are you going to New Mexico, Amanda? And she's like, well, I'm going to Santa Fe, and then I'm going up to Teos. And so in the comments, I said, I live in Taos, like house, because they get real touchy around here when you say Teos. Make it sound like a hick. Evidently, they don't know they're a bunch of hicks. You know? There's garbage everywhere. I mean, they just, like, a washer breaks, just throw it out in the yard. Fucking cars break, you know, getting wrecked, just haul it out in the yard, you know. Cats living all over. It's just a different way of living. I ain't lived before. This is the 6th state I've lived in. I've been around, you know. That's why I think it's funny when people that have never moved, you know, have never been you know, really traveled much, but they tell me how the world is. I think that is funny and it's cute. So, I just listen to their stories, you know. What's the matter, girl? What you need? Artie, come here. Come here, Artie. Artie, come here. Let her lay down. Good boy. Chivalry is not dead, handsome man. She wants him. Good girl. No? The sticky boy was laying in it, and now, aww. She's just out of it. I hate seeing him like that, man. She'll be fine tomorrow. She'll be fine tomorrow. She's fine now. She's just, oh. The skies today? Oh, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go walk around downtown every day around coffee hour. Maybe if it's meant to be, our paths will cross. Because I told her on Instacrap, I think it was, that I would be glad to meet. I said it would be really cool to meet you, and I'll buy you a smoothie. We could find a place to get a smoothie, you know. Because, I don't know, maybe she wants to know a Heyoka too, so everybody would win. But what I want to do is I just want to help, you know, in the local community and teach people, you know, all the stuff that I've learned on my path, you know. Share my experience, my strengths, my failures, my hopes, you know. And encourage young people to go out there and see more things. You know, don't just stay in the same track. You know, don't just do what your parents wanted you to do. And, you know, that's the thing is, whatever plans that my parents ever had for me, they were like abolished at birth because I never did what they wanted me to do. I always just went. I always danced to the beat of my own drum, you know. And a lot of times people couldn't hear that music, but I could, you know. So, things are looking pretty promising around here. You know, things are pretty chill. Things are pretty okay. And I know all my dogs are healthy and taken care of. Mom's healthy. You know, she does it every time. When the seasons change, she has her particularities, and she's doing one, and I can't. Just another, when things like this happen, it just constantly reminds me that I am powerless, and the only power that I have is how I respond to any situation. That is all the power that I have on this planet. And I don't always respond in, you know. Sometimes I respond in a way that I know is not right, and if I'm in spiritual balance, in a place of spiritual fitness, so to speak, then I'll quickly recognize that. Ideally, it's just easier to just not say anything, but I don't always do that. So oftentimes, I've learned how to make amends over the years. And that's what, I always had an idea. Ever since I was a little girl and I heard the storylines that was opposed upon us, and hearing the real story, because, like, I had, like, third grade, I had a Miss Moon Freeman. She was part of the Hoopy. I can never, Hoopy tribe. I can never pronounce it right, man. And, Hopi tribe. And up in Northern California, and they came to dance and stuff like that, and it never added up what it said in the freaking history books. I never believed what those books said. Like, these are just storybooks because it's somebody's perception and somebody's getting paid to put it down anyway. What's a baby girl? You want me to stop? Can I finish and I'll be just a minute and then we'll go outside and walk in the sunshine? Pretty lady. So, and living all over the place, and I visit a lot of places too, so I kind of get a different idea. Every place is how it is because of the people in charge of the place, of the area, I always had idea how Turtle Island was before the colonists came over, because I'm pretty sure my spirit remembers. And so, because the energies that are coming up are energies that haven't happened since the revolution and stuff like that, but they're coming back around. So what does that tell you? It tells me that we have potential for another one, but it's also contingent on how people feel. And looking around, the readiness ain't there. So I would love to be wrong one day. Maybe all these ready, fit people are going to come forward and defend our freedoms, but I haven't seen it yet. Anyway, so I'm ready for it. And I think about how Turtle Island would have been. That's what they call America, because it looks like a turtle, north, south, all of it. It's just one leg. It's all Turtle Island, But people have to separate and put borders, and it's all a bunch of crap. And so I always pictured, like the timeline of how Turtle Island would be if the controllers didn't come over. And all that nefariousness didn't happen. If people live by, the heart space of, that's, even before the Constitution, because there's nature's law. And if people went back to respecting that, this planet would freaking change like that. Sometimes that takes too much effort, because every change in the world I've ever seen has to come with the change within me, and that's where the hard work begins. A lot of people don't want to do that. I hope to teach people how. It's not really that hard. And mostly people haven't done stuff that's that bad. It's just, this other percent of the population that has freaking ruined things for the masses. So, but if people keep thinking about how they want the world to be, it'll get there. But you can't just think about it. You got to go out every day and make stuff happen. So, that's about all I got for now. Was that all I was going to say? Was that all? Okay, let me go through the list. I was going to Ariel, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was going to talk about Amanda Poole. I think that's about all. I think that's what I... Is that you, Jessica? Hi, Jessica. The farmer's market starts this weekend. We'll see how that goes. See, that's what I'm trying to do, is I've been walking downtown the little square too, because I'm trying to scope out like where to park and stuff like that. But it's pretty cool. The clouds, I should probably post some on Instacrap. They were pretty wild today. They look like fleets of ships. They really do. And it's funny because considering what's going on, they're ramping up for yet another bullshit military conflict for no apparent reason. Look at old men and they're swinging wieners, dude. They're just so pissed, man. In 2017, they spent $18 million on male enhancement drugs. Yeah, boner pills. Yeah. Yeah. That's all this aggression is for, man. I can't get it up! I can't get it up! I'm so mad! I'm gonna go bomb that country! Maybe we shouldn't have been such a lush all those years, you know? Alcohol, booze, man. It's hard on men. It's hard on women, too, but... I only know because I was a drunk for 13 years. Yeah. Puts a toll on the body. You know, and I like drinking so much, it kind of sucks, because I got to be careful not to be envious of the people that can do it. Because I know plenty of people that can, and I'm just like, man, I just can't. So,